Hey YouTube, I assume you're watching this video because you've got a Polaris 500 or 570 and you just bought a ThumperFab bumper and want to install it, maybe to put a winch on, which is what I'm going to do. In any case, all of the videos that I could find were installations on 1000s, North Stars, equipment that I don't have. And so let me show you what a couple of the differences are. First of all, let me show you what we ordered. I've got the brackets, and here's the bumper. I did not get the light kit, so there's actually some covers that go over those holes. And then I've got a winch. I've got a Badland XVR 3500 that I'm going to be installing on the rear. So let me show you the primary difference between this installation and the ones that you probably see in most of the videos. Once you take your tailgate off, you can see mine's gone. There are no holes in the back of the thing. So all the other videos, they give you a little bolt and you're supposed to tap the hole with the bolt, and it's a self-tapping bolt, and then you create these threads. This one works differently. It still utilizes these factory brackets, but you do it a bit differently. So what I have already done is you take the two support screws. There's one, and then there's one on the other side. And so these come out and they're actually going to get replaced. And underneath, okay, right here, this is underneath the bracket. You can see right here there's a hole. I drilled that with a 9/32. And then back here is the other one. So there's two holes here. These holes were already there, so kind of like the other video, at least they had starter holes. This first one, you drill all the way through. Make sure you go through the same hole that your Torx screw was in, holding the bed down. And then, sorry for that. So make sure that the first hole is in the same place that your Torx screw was using, and then your second one, you just drill it all the way through. Make sure it comes through the bed liner. Okay. After that, you can see I've already taken my wire looms down. This is actually a street legal machine. In Tennessee, we can drive these on the road as long as we register them. So I've got a license tag and a license tag kit. These other wires that are just dangling, these are my turn signals. If you look at the brackets, look carefully. Hopefully you can see a D on this one and a P. Let me put them both in the sunlight. A D and a P. Important. Driver, passenger. So let's make sure we put the right one on the right side. All right, here goes. Okay, I'm going to start with the driver's side. And you start, or I'm going to start at least, with a 3-inch bolt that is supplied to hold it in place. Okay. Now, you follow that up with a 1/4-inch bolt. It goes right behind it. And then, I'm going to put some washers on these things. and some nylon, some Nyclad nuts. Okay, that was that one. And we're just hand tightening these for the time being. So this is just going to hold the bracket up. Okay, next, what we want to do is take these guys and let me bring you up here so you can see. Okay, we want to push that down. See if you look in this channel, hopefully. Let me turn it sideways, see if I can get the camera in there. Well, take my word for it. It's going through, and then if you look down here, you can see that it protrudes all the way through. Now there's a little access port here that you can use to help hold the washer and the nut. This one's a pain, no matter how you slice it, so just trust me on that one. Okay, so let me try and get that nut in the washer on. All right. I wonder. Come on. There. Come on. Come on. Got it. Okay. That's the hardest part of the whole thing. Okay. And what I am doing is I'm using these larger washers on the bed to aid in holding the bed down. Okay. Alright, that one is finger tight. So now I can actually button that one up. If you're using power tools, be careful and don't over torque it, or you'll concave your washers in the bed. Okay. Okay, 7/16, 7/16. I may have to loosen this up to get the bumper to line up. In fact, I think I'm going to leave it. No sense in tightening everything down until I can make sure the bumper's going to fit. Okay, so do the same thing for the other side. Okay, I got all the wiring done except for my license tag holder, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to put that. So let got everything else protected in wire looms to, because it does get quite muddy back here. So I guess the next thing to do is to install the bumper and then figure out where the license tag holder is going to go. And then I'll do a separate video for the winch install. So let's see how hard this is. All right. Get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so it's going to fit like that, and it feels relatively even. Okay, so it looks like I've got 4 bolts that go in there on either side, and then it looks like I've got one there and one there to go in through the sides. So let's see if that's what the instructions say to do. Yep. Okay, use 8 of the 3/8 1 button cap screws and the lock washers. Use the remaining 2 to attach through the holes near the winch mount. Okay, that's easy enough. So let me get Issues. So when I left you, I had not yet put these in. They didn't include the hardware, so I just found my own. I would prefer to use these round head screws like I had everywhere else. That might take up too much room in there for my winch. I guess I'll find out and see. And I ran into an issue with these things. That's where these the cube lights go if you want them. I didn't, and so they gave me the covers, but they didn't give me any hardware to mount it. So again, this thing was not cheap. I think it was about 700 bucks with tax, and now that included the bumper, and I got the 2-inch receiver, which I'm sending back because that thing's pretty much worthless. But still, this is an expensive purchase, and you would expect the hardware to come with it. And then on this side, this one right here, there are 4 nuts welded on the back side of the bracket, and these screws, bolts, with these hex heads, they screw into the bracket. Well, it was a bad weld on this one, and the nut was cocked at an angle, so I couldn't get that in there without cross threading it. So I ended up doing just that, cross threaded it and backed it out, and then had to drill that one out. Then I just knocked that nut off. That's how hard the weld was, and then ground it flat as best I could. It's a tight space. And then I just put a lock nut on the back. I thought about trying to tack weld it, but also let them know that, hey, y'all screwed up and I'm missing some hardware, and you had a bad weld on your nut. So who knows, maybe they'll send me another bracket. Of course, then I'll have to take the whole thing down again, but it's not that big a deal. So other than routing the actually, it is kind of a big deal, because then I got to route all those lights again. Well, I will figure it out. Next on the list is, where does the license tag plate holder go? And I'll figure that out, and then I'll make another video to show the winch install. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.